No. Right, okay, so we crack on them. The guys aren't here, so I guess it's you two.
All right.
So my proposal is you leave Kwamik and Lorgian in the foyer, so to speak. And Patches is still invisible, I see. Always clever.
Nice.
Okay, Ted, you still with us?
I am here.
Great stuff. Okay, so what do you want to do, guys?
The dog Patches.
You named the dog Patches.
I must have. My wife's previous dog's name. One of them. So I'm surprised that I did
joined
that.
your channel.
Afternoon.
Ooh, hello.
Oh, another guy.
We are honoured. Get your ass in here. Come on.
I am coming. Don't worry.
They need the cleric.
Oh dear. Is it the Can you remind me of the? Is it the Able Ogre Warm Wand one?
That's the one.
Okay. Here we come. Oh. It wants to update first.
Yeah, it will. Hey, so how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm awake. Just had an epic game session last night, and whew.
Is the friend that you had to visit last time better?
Not really, but hey, you know, as good as can be expected, I guess.
Okay.
I get the feeling that might be one of those things that interrupts from time to time. But hey, it's all good.
But like I said, life happens.
Yeah, and then you die.
That too, yes.
But of course, the singularities of this thing, so that's cool. Okay, well, I'll wait for Lorgian then. What are you guys planning to do?
I was going to be the person to ask that question.
I was wondering why everything was so loud. What the heck?
What's too loud?
No. My wife had turned up the volume higher than I'm used to. It was.
That's right. Blame it on the wife.
Are we going? Are we going to go to the north out of the easternmost room where we fought the zombies, or are we going to do something else?
Where did the zombies come from?
They were in the boxes, weren't they?
One was in a box, and three more came from the door to the north.
Oh, they came out of that door. Okay, so
Did we rest at the end of the session, or?
no, I think we just stopped.
I don't know. I think you might have had a short rest, actually.
I think we needed a short rest because I think we were all pretty well.
Yeah, we did not rest because I have damage on me.
Okay.
Okay. And I have just damage.
So there's a way to find out. Look at the chat log.
How do I do that?
So on your computer.
Yeah.
In the Fantasy Grounds directory.
Okay.
In the Fantasy Grounds data directory, in the campaign directory. There is a file called chatlog.html.
Okay, so
that
get in there.
Every piece of anything that's been typed or displayed in the chat window for as long as you've had that campaign running.
So what? Go campaigns, open the campaign folder, and where? Chat log.
So Yeah, chatlog.html.
Okay.
And then you can just do a search for rest.
Oh, that sounds technical.
Well, control. Well, I don't know what you opened it with, but Control F, right?
Oh, that's cool. Right, 20. Crikey, this goes back away.
Right. Or you could start at the bottom end and work your way up.
Yeah, this is kind of cool though. It's got all of my mistakes in it. All of them. Yeah, okay, where are we? To do 110. Let's go to the bottom.
Wow. I did not
what?
know. I'm looking. I'm currently
Looking
looking.
at one of yours?
I'm looking at the one I've been doing for a year. I've been running Princes of the Apocalypse since November 6th of last year, and I'm now looking at the chat log, and it's like race human added to pre-gen level character 1, and like all this stuff I was testing
Cool.
even before the campaign is all in there.
Well, the party took a short rest. Draylon got 5 hit points back, and then 6 hit points back, and then 3 hit points back. And Kwame got 12 hit points back. I can see everything. It's crazy.
Oh, so that's why I used all my hit dice and then wasn't even able to get back up to maximum. That's what happened.
Yeah, there's some crap rolls. 1d10 plus 2 gets a 5, then a 6, then a 3.
Yay, chat log.
And you got my chat log from this. I love it. It's got one from when I logged on this morning to check an update, and then when I logged on later this afternoon to put on a map, and then when I logged in to put in something else. Hey. Alright, that's really boring for the rest of you. Me sitting here, basically reading the chat log out. It must be the most exciting gaming experience you've had.
It's funny though because the whispers are highlighted a different color, so you can just go back and read the whispers only. That's fun.
Ah.
Everything is color coded. That whoever thought of that is a smart idea. You know, is that how did you even know that? Just from playing for years and somebody they don't really
actually,
advertise
during
that.
during FGCon, I was running a fight scene, and it was actually a gun
can
battle,
one of
right?
you give me a bit of help here? When I try to start, comes up with a runtime error, so I try to clear the player data cache, and then it says error during recursive delete. File error 5, access is denied.
Yep. So if you close out of Fantasy Grounds altogether,
Yes.
go into your data directory.
Okay.
You know where your Fantasy Grounds data directory is?
I'm just gonna have a quick look.
Hey Zervius, what's up?
Program data, Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, that's my alarm. That means I have to do stuff.
Program
just-
data, Fantasy Grounds.
We're looking for a folder called cache
Yes,
under Fantasy Grounds data.
Yes.
Okay, so in the cache directory, you'll have one called Mistamyr Fells.
Yes.
And you can just delete that.
Okay.
It wouldn't be games night without tech problems.
Okay, so let's try that. Okay.
So anyway, Rob, I was this fight, right? And I was trying to figure out when the car went off the road because I had to figure out how far the driver had got away into the woods. And
Yeah.
I couldn't remember, what round it went off the road. So one of my players told me, well, if you go look at this.
Oh, so you just
I've been
recently
playing
found out this information, yeah.
This last fantasy FGCon.
Well, cool.
One of my players told me so.
So now, if anybody's arguing, you can go, let's go to the videotape.
It's still giving me that error, except now without the Mistamyr Fells thing. So I'm gonna go out again. See if it does it now.
You can delete your other cache ones too, but depending on how
There
many
isn't
games
there
you're playing,
isn't
how much
there
you
isn't
want to lose.
anything there isn't anything else in the cache. So I would then have to delete the cache.
Well,
I
you
mean,
don't
there
you
isn't.
don't want to delete the folder. You can delete everything in it, but you want to delete the folder itself.
Okay, but there isn't anything else in it.
What exactly does the error say?
Okay.
Can you paste it into TeamSpeak?
So I've got
Just a
Caravat
minute.
connected.
Oh wait, Mistamyr files has reappeared. So.
Right, because you've attempted to connect to it, and
Oh
that's the first thing
wait,
it does,
now it
start
says
downloading
it's
it.
downloading files. Yay!
So we should be good.
Yes, hopefully. It's moving very slowly, but there is a red bar, so shall hope for the best. Oh, it's moving a bit quicker now.
Do, 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 do.
Well, I mean, if we have had a short rest and we are kind of refueled, then let us push on, I would say.
Yeah.
Can everyone drop a perception check into the tower, please?
Okay. Can't at the moment because I'm on the character
Yeah.
screen, but there isn't any characters to select at the moment. Could it be that you need to release my character or something?
No, just give it some time.
Okay.
It wouldn't hurt though.
Okay, I'll release his character.
Okay. It still hasn't appeared, but I shall wait.
You can also close and reopen it. That tends to help too.
Okay. Ah, there we are.
Well, Draylon and Rolf are studiously distracted. Must be what Lorgian mumbling on about some arcane rubbish.
Which are we on? I guess we're on Castle Mistamyr, the map. Yep, there we are. Okay.
So another cool thing I recently learned is if you double click on your token on your character sheet, it'll pop you up on the map you're on.
The one on the right.
Yes.
That's something I learned a couple months ago, and whenever you
Yep.
share that, people go, "Oh my god, that's awesome!"
They do what?
I learn something new every time I play.
They do
Yeah.
what?
If you on the character sheet as a player, if you double click the right picture, it will open the map that your character's on.
Oh, okay.
See?
Living and learning, it's all good. Okay, and Lorgian's vaguely aware. Get him on the map, haven't we? Are you on the map? Oh, you are on the map. You're just hanging back. Okay, Lorgian hanging back in the anteroom. You notice you heard a sound to the in the opposite direction to where the adventurers had gone. And you thought you saw something out of the corner of your eye sort of dash away from the open doorway.
From the open doorway to the outside, or?
No, the one to the west.
The one to the west, where we...
The left-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, I am aware. Used to work in artillery survey. We
I
If I
stone
remember correctly,
chastised.
that's where we went first, and there wasn't anything there. Do I remember correctly that behind that rubble in the top right-hand corner of the far room there was a door that we couldn't access or something?
There's an open doorway there.
Oh, an open doorway. Okay, so there is the possibility of someone coming from there. I think we got company.
I'm gonna need to step away for a second. I'll be right back.
No problem.
So I'm gonna have a. So after I make the others aware, I'm gonna move over there and have a gander around into the next room, see if I can spot anything or anyone.
Is the making us aware of a noise, or you actually saw people or things?
I saw a movement.
Which door?
The one to the west of the room where I am.
Oh, okay.
Hence why I moved where I moved. And hence why I'm looking through that door.
Okay, so you peer in the room. Can't see anyone in there, although the far wall, there's a doorway and it's got a cloth in front of it, and the cloth is kind of moving,
swaying in the breeze,
so to speak, but there's no breeze.
Is there any particular reason that you posted the description twice? Is it to spot the difference, or?
No, I'm just inept.
Okay. Okay. So I'll move up here. Does that cloth or curtain or whatever you want to call it, does that cover the opening from ceiling to floor, or is there a gap at the bottom, or?
There's a gap at the bottom about 2 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna kneel and peer along the floor, see if I can see anything moving underneath.
You can't see anything sort of moving around per se, but you did hear a very faint scuffling sort of foot on stone sort of sound moving away.
Does it sound more like 2 feet, i.e. something humanoid, or does it sound like the carrion crawlers? Didn't we have carrion crawlers?
It sounds like flappy feet. It sounds like, small humanoid, probably. Okay. Clawed, perhaps.
Okay.
Far be it for me to distract you from your mission. Meanwhile, what's their
Draylon is going to approach the room where Lorgion is and just stand by for shenanigans.
And I mean, seeing as our mission is basically somewhere in the castle, and either way north would take us there, this isn't really taking us away from our mission, is it? So I'm gonna whisper to Draylon, because he's the only one there. There's footsteps over there. Sounded small, humanoid, maybe clawed, but I don't know.
Okay. I say we check it out, but we should probably have Rolf with us.
Yes.
That's cool.
Okay, but with Draylon there now, I am gonna move over here and kind of peer through the side of the curtain, and if there isn't any gap, then I'm gonna kind of push it away so there is a small gap that I can look through.
Okay. Hey, inepted again. That's good. So, the room is 30 foot by 30 foot with doorways in the north and east walls. The doors are missing. The room is filled with boxes and crates of many shapes and sizes, and it looks like a storage area.
Okay, but nothing that would create footsteps.
Not that you can see.
Is there anything obviously different from when we were in there earlier? So like, lid of one of the crates that was closed before and isn't properly closed now, or something like that.
Nope.
Okay. In which case, before we proceed any further, I do think we need to wait for Ralph.
Rolf is here.
Woohoo! Are you joining us?
Where are you?
We are west.
Where's that?
Yeah,
West.
they got distracted.
Okay.
To your left.
I thought the noise was coming from this direction.
Nope.
No, the noise is coming from the west.
All right, let's go.
So
check
we
the
went
noise.
that way.
Okay, so is Ralph there? I then move into the room over this way. See if I can see anything up through that broken down door.
Deja vu. I feel we've been here. Talking thing in here.
Pardon?
That's correct.
Pardon what?
There was something in the box that was talking.
Yeah, we were here last time we were here. That box was talking. The one in the upper right corner of the last room.
Oh,
Ooh, I don't remember that, but that's probably
you weren't
just
with
a
us.
sign
I
of,
don't think you were
sign
here.
of my age. I wasn't there.
You were in a foreign country, having problems connecting.
I was here when we were in this room.
Yeah, last time, but we're talking about like 2 times before.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
Yeah, this
the
is the
original-
second time we've been to this castle. We came here once before.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize. Well, if there is something talking there, which of us do you? Well, let me first move up there and peer around the corner to see if I can see anything there making walking noises.
There's a passageway. You can do a perception roll, log in, drop it in the old tower.
Coming up.
Yeah, so you kind of hear a bit of a scuffling noise from sort of down here somewhere, but you don't see anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna whisper to Draylon. I swear I can hear something there, but I can't see anyone.
Well, last time we went in there, I was sucked into a bed involuntarily and went to sleep. We know how to combat that if that happens. But I don't remember who else was in there. Perhaps Rolf can refresh
let me
my
just
memory.
clarify
Right,
that.
I was thinking we could go the other way if that's the case, though.
But let me just clarify. I don't see a bed in that room, do I?
No, not the room above you, but the room to the right of that, where the noise is
Okay.
coming from. And I suggest.
Well, the noise is coming from this room, close to that other room, but it is coming from this room, and I can't see anything in this room that would be making the noise.
That's even more of a reason for us to get the hell out of here. Let's go.
Cowdy custard.
Not about being a coward. It's about mission, and mission says go this way.
Refresh my memory. What is the
Agree.
mission?
To
Find
get Bargle.
find Bargle.
We're getting the band back together.
Okay. So Lorgian's sprinting across the building.
Yep. Well, if everybody else says this is too dangerous, then I think we can probably leave it until later to banish the evil that is in that room.
Well, so when we were here at the castle before, when you weren't with us, we came in, went all through the left side, and basically did the whole left side and the left half of the top. And now we're going to go circle to the right because we've kind of already covered the other area. So now we're going to go in an unknown area, and then somewhere in the middle, I think we don't know what's in there either. But as far as the whole building, we've already done the left half and the top left half.
Right.
Okay.
But what we don't know is, while we were gone, getting new recruits to replace our dead party members, if anything changed, if anything new moved in, or.
Okay, good. So what's the 25-foot arrow for?
Oh, that's just that's the direction I want to go.
Okay. So all good with that? Right. Lorgian sticking his head out again. Always good.
Yep.
Brave Sir Lorgian.
Sir Robin.
Okay, so 10-foot by 30-foot room, doorways in the south and west walls, but no doors. It's piled with trash and rubble. Smells a bit.
You are
Trash and
lurking,
rubble.
Zerbius. That's good for you to do. Lurking is good.
It's prime territory for stuff to be lurking in, but
He said lurking too, this guy.
We should search. Not that zombies have treasure, but
Lurking is the word of the day.
I'm gonna kind of sidle along the wall here, trying to skirt the trash and rubble on the ground there over to here, and kind of keep an ear on this door or doorway, and wait for the others to if they wish to have a rummage through that pile.
What do you wish?
I will wish to rummage through the pile.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
I too will poke it a little bit with my staff, push things around and look in there.
Okay. So Draylon doesn't find very much at all. He kicks up a load of dust and makes himself sneeze a bit. Rolf, however, does find a bracelet. So I'll just let you see that. So you find a dirt-covered metal bracelet.
Awesome. Put it on.
Okay.
Oh, this room looks like it doesn't have a... Oh no, there's a door in the west. Okay. Is Rolf gonna put the bracelet on, or we're gonna not do that?
What does the bracelet look like?
Dirt-covered metallic. Might have some jewels if you cut the dirt off it.
I will blow the dust off of it.
Okay, it's going to need a bit of a rub to get the dirt off.
Tap it against my staff a little bit, and maybe even let's see, maybe brush it off on my cloak.
Yeah, giving it a good rub. Yeah.
Lures?
Sure, I'm giving it a good rub. You just wanted to hear me say it.
Lurashing?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what that means. Did I miss something?
Take a look at it. Looks like a kind of nice bracelet. Jewels and stuff might be worth a bit. Quite a bit.
Sure, we'll just I'll put it in my pocket, but it's in party treasure.
Yep. So you got a jewel bracelet.
Oh, Urash is lurking too.
Quick estimate, maybe 500 gold.
Didn't know that.
I'm certainly glad I decided to look.
Yeah, always good. Just need to add to the XP log.
Isn't the reward for Bargle only 1,000?
I think so, yeah.
You mean only?
It's to me that seemed like a significant reward. But if they're just leaving 500 gold piece, bracelets later. That's way less dangerous than going after an angry wizard.
Yeah, that's some treasure. Completely forgotten, obviously, in the rubbish and underneath all the crap. Okay. Other than that, you don't find anything of any real interest here. Obviously, there are rotting bodies of zombies back where you came from, but... Actually, no, they aren't. They turn to dust, don't they? Wake up, Webster. Okay, what are you doing?
Okay.
This is the door, right?
Yeah, there's a door there.
Doorway, so I'm gonna poke my head through and have a look.
I love it when players say things like that. I poke my head in here. Always entertaining when you poke your head through things.
Yes, we've been in this room before.
So the room is about 30 feet by 40 feet. Both an empty and normal doorway in the east wall and one in the west wall. A large fireplace in the south wall. The area looks like it was once a fine bedroom. Its once rich furnishings, a canopy bed, plush chairs, tables and rugs are now tattered, mouldy, and apparently worthless. What would you like to do?
Draylon will turn back to Rolf and wink. And then as he passes Lorgian, he'll say, "Prepare yourself." And he'll run into the room and run up here and try to run out there.
Okay. So you're running through the room and then up to the top room.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So you run through. There's a load of dust kicks up behind you. You know, you're kind of like kicking up a heck of a lot of dust off that floor. But yeah, cool.
All right, so I didn't get snared by the bed this time. That's awesome.
Well, from what you said, more like the room where you got snared by the bed would be basically the mirror image of this one on the other side, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, I didn't really. I was zoomed in on the map, so I didn't really notice that. Yeah, it would be like a mirror image of this one. I was too scared anyway, so I ran by.
Since I wasn't there when that happened and nobody told me officially, I'm gonna go in here and.
I did tell you. I did say that we got. I was put to sleep by a bed, and that we figured out how to combat that. I did say that earlier.
I assumed
in
that
case
to
it's
be
us
out of
that
character.
are in the bed.
But
No,
This is us
I
in the bed?
wasn't telling you out of character. I was telling you that we came here before, and this is what happened to us.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna follow him and run through anyways. Seeing as I
And
don't
so
know
that's what I
isn't
meant by
actually
prepare
there.
yourself. I was attempting to dash through the room without getting ensnared by the bed, which in this case might in fact not be one of those beds. But I just assumed it was, since that's what happened to me last time. I'm paranoid. So it might be fine.
And it's that paranoia that I love.
However, on the other side of the house, I believe we found a similar stairway blocked off. And this one is not blocked off.
So I'm gonna run over there, but I'm waiting for you guys to move just one step further.
Do we want to go down?
One
Because
step beyond.
I do. We've
Right.
been all through this whole up, I think, and I don't think there's much more we could find that wouldn't be as good as going down.
Okay.
So Lorgian, I want to tell you that the way to defeat the bed was to put a pea under the bed.
To pee under the bed.
Yes,
No.
you pee under the bed.
A single pea.
Under the bed or under the mattress?
Under the mattress. Because we in the room where the guy was talking out of the box, or the one before that, we found a bag of peas lying on the floor, and Rolf was like, "Wait a minute."
But what if you're not a princess?
Didn't matter that we're not
Doesn't-
pretty princesses.
Yeah, it didn't matter. We woke up anyway. There were two of us. I can't remember who the other person was on the bed with me.
It was one of the guards.
Oh yeah, I was right. It was the guard that we summarily killed later by accident.
We didn't kill him.
No, but we sent him to his death.
Right.
He decided to die.
Okay, so do we want to go down for sure? I say we do.
Well, if you say that you've explored the house and we haven't found what we are looking for, then I assume yes, down.
I would say
down.
that we've probably seen everything there is to see that I can remember. We might not have, but it seems to me we've been through this whole place. And we did find the other stairs. The house is kind of a mirror image, because the stairway here, the closets, and this room, if you flip them and put them on the other side, it's the same. So there might be something right here that we haven't seen, but I think we've seen everything else. And we did discover there's a stairway on the other side, but it's blocked off. It's like caved in, so we couldn't go down. But this one we can.
Okay. Well, in that case, okay, let's go down.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you go downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll initiative. Just kidding.
Just let me know when you get the map.
I do not currently see one being handed to me.
It is possible you haven't shared it.
There we go.
Big gray blob coming up. Some tokens on it.
Says it's loading.
Yeah, so any second you should be in a position where you see it.
Oh, yes, I can see something.
Hello. Okay. From where we stand now, can we tell anything about that? What looks like
Sarcophagus?
maybe a big shield, or yeah, what is that?
So the room is 30 foot by 30 foot. There's a stairway leading upwards and running to the west. There are doors in the centre of north and south walls, both of which stand ajar. The masonry here is partially collapsed with stone blocks from the ceiling and east walls covering the majority of the floor. So it's a huge stone block on the floor. The walls themselves look scorched and burned as if by some intense heat emanating from the centre of the room. There appears to be a crushed body line underneath the fairly large slab of masonry roughly in the middle of the room.
Ah, so stone fell and crushed somebody. Nice.
And something caused great heat.
I would like to step up a little bit, and I would look to the ceiling and evaluate its condition and where I think trouble spots might be that other masonry might fall and kill somebody.
So you're thinking it looks fairly unstable. You're thinking that the 5 feet around the edges of the room are probably the safest place to stay. But you couldn't be sure if walking across there is going to cause other masonry to fall. Floor itself looks cracked as well.
Okay. I'm thinking about going to the southern door and opening it. Does anybody have a different idea?
When you say southern door,
No,
that sounds like a good name for an inn.
The southern door.
Sounds good. I mean, how far down did these stairs go?
I totally feel like we were in here before. Is there a skeleton sticking out from underneath this block?
Yeah, there's the bottom end of a road body. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having deja vu as well. I don't.
So these are the stairs we came down. We just came down them from the other side last time. I do not remember what this level looked like.
No.
You came down those stairs before, yeah.
There was a room down this way with a tapestry. There was some really hard to defeat undead over here. There was a
Should we go north?
a flash bomb. I'm okay. I think we should go south.
Okay. So I'm gonna come in and hug the wall and go to this door and is it a door or doorway?
It's a door. So it's a wooden door that's closed. Can you just give me a dex saving throw as you come across the floor?
Yes, I can. Oh, sorry, I didn't do it in the tower. My bad.
That's okay. It's fine. Okay, looking good.
And I'll open this door.
Okay, it appears like a bit stuck.
I will use my mighty strength to try to force it open.
Okay, strength check. Boom! Ow!
I hurt myself only, or I hurt myself because the door opened?
No, you kind of didn't open the door, and it's a bit tougher than you thought.
Okay, I'll move over so that someone can maybe come and help me.
That sounds like a plan.
And I say, Lorgain, come and help me open this door.
Okay, I mean, I'm certainly not terribly strong, but I'll give it a good go.
Okay, so who's going to be primary?
Try.
I will.
And we have checked that the door is locked. Yes.
Well, I did
The door
not.
doesn't have a lock.
It doesn't have a lock. I have a crowbar, as a matter of fact, as well.
Oh, also advantage on that roll.
So Does having a crowbar and having Lorgian help me give me any further advantage?
Well, Lorgian gets to test, and if he succeeds a DC 10 check, he adds 2 to your roll, and then the crowbar gives you advantage.
Okay, so I'll wait for Lorgian to make his check.
Want a strength check?
Yep. Yep, that's a success.
Okay.
So +2 and advantage. Hooray! Boom! Opens the door.
Awesome. Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Lorgian.
You're most welcome.
I run away. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so you can see there's some sort of space behind, and he's going to walk down there. That's good.
Yeah, I come out because I'm not wanting to stay inside the unstable room longer than I have to.
I love that you just used the phrase that I used to describe the room in my notes. The unstable room.
Yes.
Okay, this room is 20 foot by 44. Has a...
Should fit us perfectly, seeing as we're all a bit unstable.
Well, yeah, there is that. The room is 20 foot by 40 foot, has a door in the north, just beyond a 10-foot corridor, which you just came down. Another to the west. The floor is covered in wood splinters and pieces of smashed wood, most of which looks to have been old chairs and perhaps a large table. On the floor is a large tapestry, now faded, mouldy, ripped, and torn. Bring back memories?
I call for... oh, go ahead.
And there is also... there is also a humanoid figure getting up from the floor in the corner opposite you. So I'll just bung him on. Hold on a second.
It's go time. Does he look evil and nasty or friendly like we want to talk to him?
It looks a lot like one of your guardsmen, mate, who died down here.
Ah.
Let's have initiative, please.
Yes.
Excellent stuff. And Patches has been rolled for, so Patches can go first. So like I said, I did some basic map work today.
Oh, so that's why we were here. We were down on this level, but it was a different drawing, correct?
Yeah, you had the original 1983 map drawing.
That's why we have deja vu, is because it's not the exact same drawing, but it's the same place.
Yep. I redrew the map today.
There we go.
To make it a little bit more battle matty, really.
Cool.
You know.
Is Patches doing anything?
Here you go, and I'll show you the old map.
Ted, are you there?
I am sorry.
Okay.
Like a dex check?
It's Patches. We're in initiative.
Oh, sorry. What'd you find?
So that was the old map. So that's the old map.
Yes. Now I remember totally. Yep. Because I remember. Yep. I don't know why black and white does it for me, but I exactly remember that, and I remember that there was the thing in the middle and all that.
Patches will go on hold until.
Okay. Draylon.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
So this is the zombified remains of the guardsman you took down here with you, and you fought the skeletons, and he died.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to scimitar him.
I love it.
And I'm going to longsword him. And for being a former colleague who is now a zombie, I am then going to spit in his face.
Nice.
It's like the best dice rolls you've made in ages.
Yeah, I know. I was horrible last time.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, so Draylon Recurves rushes in and slices him up a bit, and that's awesome. Okay, Laudion, what are you going to do?
I wanna hit him with
My rhythm stick.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
I also intended to kill it with fire.
We're learning.
And it's burning like a sacred flame.
I'll say versus Sacred Flame.
I don't think he had him targeted.
Yeah, right.
Which means
I
we can
thought
just
I
do
had-
that.
Yep. Zombie failed. Yeah, that hurt. No fair. Fire rains down from somewhere up above in a mysterious way. Whoosh. And I guess it's Rolf. Unless Lorgian's moving.
Nope, I'm staying where I am.
Cool, Rolf!
Elf will.
Well, radiant
over here.
energy drain on. Radiant. Looks
Right,
like
but
fire.
don't zombies have, like, if we hit them with fire, they can't do undead fortitude or something like that?
If you hit them with radiant energy.
Oh, it's radiant. Oh, so Sacred Flame is the one you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's radiant.
I'm using it.
When they're down to when they get down to 0, make that con save unless it's radiant damage they've taken or a critical hit in that last hit.
Or a critical hit. That's right. I can remember that.
Son of a whisker.
Fireball. I forgot a roll for the wizard. That's kind of cool. You done?
Done, and patches will protect me.
And slam. Or not.
Yay. Nice.
Yeah, that was good fun. We liked that. Not so much, but we did like that. Round 2. Patches.
Will stand here and protect me.
Invisibly.
Yep.
How long does invisibility last for?
Well, it's forever. No, first edition is forever.
You said that
hour.
so confidently and quickly.
Well, it is. In first edition, it is. It's forever until you attack someone.
Yeah. How
Completely
long?
nerfed. An hour.
Yeah. Did you cast it again before you today?
I cast it.
Because you had an hour's rest, remember?
An hour's rest?
Upstairs, you had a short rest, remember?
Well, if the short rest is only an hour, or is a full hour, then the invisibility is gone.
Good. There you go. Right, anyway, Patches is now visible. What's he doing?
Standing here protecting me. So if it attacks,
He'll bite.
pounce on it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Draylon.
More hacking. And slashing.
Is there a way you can give me control of that dog?
I don't know. How do I do that?
So before, I think you just shared it with me.
That work? Enjoy.
No, I don't see it.
How do I share it with you? I just tried dropping it on your head.
Hmm.
Oh, I remember that.
You drop it in the
That's okay.
token in the top left.
No, that's right. I remember.
Oh, I need it just a little bit longer than that.
Okay. Boop.
All right. Now I should be able to open it. Key for it.
Okay.
So Zombie is making his save.
Save, yeah. So he's just taken 7, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's 13 to save.
Isn't it only 12? I wish I had some potato chips or whatever that is.
Jalapeno pepper chips.
Oh no, I take it back. I don't want those.
Okay.
Did I killed a zombie, everybody? Oh my god.
Fail its save.
I will stand here for a moment or at least 6 seconds and enjoy myself.
So it failed its save and actually
Died.
It died.
Yeah.
It died for sure.
That happens. Okay, so combat over, I guess.
What do we need to do with it to make sure it doesn't come back again?
The locals told you that you had to burn them.
That's easy. The wizard can do that.
Can I burn it with Sacred Flame to make extra sure?
Sacred Flame isn't fire.
It's flame-like radiance.
Well, Radiance isn't fire. Sacred Flame is a hugely badly named spell because everybody thinks it's fire when it's not because it says flame. The same with Chill Touch. That's also badly named because it's a ranged spell and it's called Chill Touch. Oh yes, I have opinions.
Chill.
Yeah, it does. It does put a hand on your shoulder, I think. So can Rolf firebolt this undead?
No.
He can't?
No, a firebolt is like a single point of flame. You need to properly let light.
Okay. Well, if we can't do that,
Probably need a pyre or something. Should we collect the dead bodies and take them out when we go out, and then make a pyre and burn them?
Well, do we have any knowledge that there's a certain amount of time we have to do this by?
Locals
Didn't
told
they say
you.
by next day or something?
Yeah.
1 day?
Oh, okay. So it's not like they're going to come back in 15 minutes or something.
Nope.
No.
Okay, then we can we can do it after the fact then. Okay, that's fine. If that's the case, I will attempt to open this door.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just having trouble getting the XP to go in the XP box. Why can't I drag my XP across today?
Are you dragging the dragon's head specifically rather than any words or anything like that?
I got it. That's cool.
Okay.
Right. Don't know what was up there. Okay. You're going to try and open the door?
Yes.
Sure. Okay, as long as you're sure.
Oh, I thought you said sure, not are you sure? But I would have said yes, I'm sure. Because I'm a brave /
Brave soul.
stupid fighter.
Brave Sir Robin.
I have an intelligence and wisdom of 10 both. Yes. The skimpy narrative description usually means danger. Ooh, a painted glyph.
I suppose I could put it on the board for you. So I'm rolling dice.
No, he's eating chips. And apparently doesn't have push to talk. Can
I'm
I
pushing when I'm muting it when I'm actually eating them, but this was just getting them out of the bag. I'm sorry.
Oh, but you don't use push to talk at all?
No, because I find
Oh.
it horrendously annoying.
Well, not to say we don't find extra noises horrendously annoying either. It is common courtesy for all players.
I don't use push to talk ever.
You don't?
But I do have an inline switch on my headset.
Well, that's
children.
the same thing. It is common courtesy to not allow your bleeding background noises to come through. Can I read can I read any words, or how does that present itself to me as a glyph?
All right, make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Not sure. That's a rune of some kind.
Okay, so I don't recognize this. Does anybody recognize what this is?
It says Heather.
I can't even read that.
That makes me laugh. I'm guessing your wizard might, be the best person. Not that I'm giving you help or anything.
Or maybe it's a picture of a Belgian footballer.
That one even that I don't get that. Oh, Hazard. Okay, I'm with you. I told you I'm tired. So what are you doing, gentlemen?
I'm waiting to find out if there's other information.
Right. If that host of undead that was in there before is not in there,
Nope.
I would like to go this way because I don't think we went that way before.
So did the wizard attempt to see what the glyph says?
Sure. If we can all go in there together, I'll be happy to do this.
Well, I mean, can you have a look from the door and?
Right. So if I can see something from the door, I will, and if I can't, then I will go in.
Yeah. Okay. You can make an Arcana check. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's the rune for fire that's been magically imbued as a glyph. That's really kind of cool. Probably best not standing on it.
Was that here last time?
Nope.
What is it affixed to the floor with? Is it paint? Is it gild? Is it blood?
Well, it says it's a painted glyph.
Yeah, it's painted.
Well, is it like Valspar number 26 or? Sorry.
So if you can imagine a kind of hermetic runic pattern, the central image of which is a rune for fire, okay, and there's several other glyph bits around it. And you're kind of going, yeah, that's probably dangerous.
So how much of the floor does it cover?
Well, it's sitting where it is.
Okay, so that is the extent of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not remember going south here.
I don't remember past where we are.
Okay.
So what I remember past where we are is up here somewhere. There was a flashbang trap set up with a backpack.
Okay, just 1 second. And log in. Can you just do that move square by square, please?
I do not like how that sounded.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Does this door have a keyhole or a handle or anything?
No, just a wooden bounded door. There are wooden doors with sort of iron banding on them. It looks quite old. And they look a little swollen. But they've also been opening okay, so.
But no way of peering through before opening them.
Nope.
Okay, does it open into this room or into the other room?
It opens towards you.
Is the handle on my side of the door
Yep.
or on Rolf's side of the door?
It's on your side of the door.
Okay. So I swing it open and stand. I mean, I keep standing here, but I'm not sticking my head, and I'm just swinging the door open.
Okay.
I try not to hit Rolf with it.
I'm sure he'll be grateful for that. Okay, so that's Lorjan. What's Rolf and Draylon doing?
I would like to go. Draylon would like to go down the hallway, but he is most assuredly going to wait until the others go in first so that I can trace their steps.
Okay.
Did Rolf come out from behind the door, or is he still stood behind the door?
Door is currently swung open.
Yes, but you're behind it. Because the handle was on my side and it opened into this room, so
the door is where the blue line is?
Yeah.
Can I put the door here? Step around it? Won't swing back that far.
You could probably go back almost as far. It'll be at an angle. Just gonna have to step out of the way slightly.
Yeah. Shit.
Right, so if I step back here, the door, while I pull the door, and then step back here, and then
if you're stepping around the door, then
peer around the corner.
Then I'm doing that as well. I just didn't want to peer around the door with you behind the door, not able to intervene, and Draylon in the other room still. So Now that we are kind of both
I got
on the
this puny
same
little
side.
firebolt thing. I am not this big bad wizard. I do like the firebolt does not run out.
Okay, so the irregular shaped room behind there. You need to go in to get the rest of it, but click. The doors in the north wall display on a 10-foot alcove, which is coming in through. On east and west walls are also doors. The floor is covered in debris, most of which appears to be dismembered body parts from some long-dead humanoids. They're mostly skeletal, but some appear to be rotted carcass parts. On the door to the east is a large cross shape aligned vertically, daubed in what looks like dry blood, and the floor in front of the eastern door has 2 iron spikes driven into the floor at a roughly 45-degree angle.
Pointing towards the door or into the room?
Spiking it closed.
Spiking the door closed, yeah.
That door there? Spike closed? No. This
East
one.
door on the right-hand side.
West.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, I'm gonna peer around the corner to see if there's anything hiding in that part of it.
Nope. So other than debris and the other things described, at the moment looks pretty empty.
Both doors are closed.
Yep.
Okay.
Which one?
Which one? What?
Which door are we going to use?
Well,
Okay.
the one in the east should kind of take us towards the outside wall of the building, so it's, unless this extends far outside the walls of the building, the likelihood is that there's only one room that way, whereas there's probably more towards the west. So I would say have a look in the east first.
I agree.
So you're going to unspike the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it probably means that there's something nasty
before
behind there.
before we unspike it, I'm going to press my ear to the door and see what I get.
Okay, we can have a perception roll. Seems quiet. You can hear Georgian breathing behind you.
Okay, so
Well,
I'm convinced.
I'm gonna do the same.
Likewise, it seems quiet.
I can hear myself breathing behind me.
Yep.
I say we go in.
I'm sorry, you what now?
You could hear me breathing behind you, and since he said for me the same, that means I can hear myself breathing behind me. So do we unspike it now?
Why won't we just go this way? Spike door. Somebody spiked that door for a reason.
The theory is that
Yeah,
this is
because
a lone
the
room.
treasure is there.
We want to. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. So theory is there's something in here that we want to defeat. You know, you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to.
What blaspheme is this that you're saying now?
I'm just saying, when we meet Bargle, I don't want to be depleted.
That is a good point. But what if the +5 Vorpal sword lies beyond the door?
Well then, by all means, pull those spikes.
A sword of Bargle killing.
Sure you did.
I'm totally thinking there's going to be a vampire in there based on the makeshift cross. Bloodsuckers scare me.
Are you pulling the spikes or not?
Oh yeah, we're going in.
Okay. Do
So,
we have a spike puller?
so you're just going to pull the 2 spikes out. That shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, we can each pull one out probably.
Yep. You do that, and then the door opens towards you, and it'll go towards the top wall. So, do you want to pull the door open?
Yes.
Okay, so I step to that side of the door. Aggressive Dragon needs to step back a bit, and then we swing open the door.
I'll just mute him there. Okay. Yay. Yeah, okay. So,
Okay, I think we slammed the door again very quickly.
Close the door, close the door.
So the room has a door to the west, which stands beyond a 10-foot corridor. The room beyond the entryway is 20 foot by 20 foot and filled with rock quartz that have become mummified over the years and start to get up.
Yeah.
Can I have an initiative roll, please?
Yes. Yes, initiative.
So they didn't know we were coming. We knew that there was something in there, and I was ready with the fire. Just saying. What does it take to get surprised?
Probably have to plan it out somehow.
Pull the spikes and I'll be ready. Isn't a good plan? I'm just saying.
That's to get me in a good mood, I guess. Okay. Draylon's first up, so what do you want to do?
Close the door.
Okay.
And spike it. Do as much spiking as I can in my turn.
Since the holes for the spikes are already there, it should be fairly straightforward to just push them back in the holes.
So Draylon's basically closing the door, so you kind of end up there probably.
Okay.
Holy cow, is that funny?
And then, right.
One of them's armed? What the hell?
And yeah, slamming the door. So can you make a... So Draylon, can you make a strength check, please?
Yes. Check or save?
You want to hold the door shut while I pound the spikes in?
Just a strength check, please.
Really? Okay.
Okay, you're kind of knocked back as the door flies open.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you take a 5-foot step, okay? And this zombie comes piling through the door. Thus. Okay?
Okay.
And zombie 4. Essentially, he's gonna follow through, so there. And it all goes a bit Pete Tongue. But he misses. And then these are shambling up. Rolf. Yeah, the one that came through the door has got a sword in hand. The sword is a bit glowy.
Yeah.
Like
as much as
I told you the treasure was there.
Yes, it is. Now we just have to not die.
As
Awesome.
much as I'd like to just use Firebolt on this thing, I intend to use some spells. In this case, it's going to be... Shit. Here, take this then. Good, it's a hit. Barely bothered it. And back far ways I can get from it and still.
Oh, look at the way! Log in. Talented.
Okay. Zombie 4 has taken a little bit of damage. The sword zombie hasn't. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay.
What you doing? Okay. It's just
So
one question.
This time I did target it, and I'm not entirely sure whether that means I hit or didn't hit or.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Or
No,
it saved.
it's saved. So that's fine. No problem at all.
I think it doesn't show us that because it's considered a GM roll.
Yeah, it's a GM roll.
Yeah, so
it's
that's why.
saved. Like big time. So there's no effect from your Sacred Flame. Did you want to move, or are you good? All good? So that's your action.
Draylon says to Lorgian, if you have turn undead, now would be a good time.
Yeah, I do.
If he not use his action.
Let me have a look.
But did you want to move, or are you cool?
Okay, yeah, that is an action. Well, if I move, I'm gonna get attack of opportunity.
Only if you move out of his threat range.
If you move there, you won't. I don't know why you would want to, but you wouldn't get attacked.
Well, I might as well stay here. So
He might want to so that more of them can see him, because when he does his turn undead, it's anyone within 30 feet, anything within 30 feet that can see him. So.
Oh, and actually, Lorgian could move to the square I pointed to, then through me, and then above me, and not get attacked.
Could. Yeah, he could.
no, it's can see or hear you.
Yeah, he doesn't. I think it is.
It doesn't have to see me. They just have to hear me. So.
That's great until the cleric in the room throws down a silence.
Okay.
And the invisible cleric that's in the room is going to throw down a silence in a second.
Okay. I think I'll take that chance. I'll stay here.
It's the vampire, you see. Underestimate them every time. Okay, you're done, yeah?
Yep.
Patches. I think Patches is going to find it hard not to go for that bone.
I know it. Fine. Not really. I didn't want to lose another dog.
Off. You got a hit. He's growing up quick, that dog. There you go. Bit of damage. All right.
Probably all he can do. If the creature is hit, it must save on a DC 11 or be knocked prone.
Save what? Dex.
Strength.
Okay.
You have that, Ted, don't you? Can't you just do that from the stat block?
That's right. Done. DC 10, did you say? Okay, well, he failed the save, so he's not. Yay, he's prone. Did you want to slap the prone on him, or do I need to do that? So zombie 4, I'm presuming.
Hey, it worked. That is awesome.
It's awesome.
I presume it's a zombie 4.
Yeah, he's prone.
Cool.
I cannot advance turn.
That's fine. So zombie 10. Shamble, 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 shamble. 10. Shamble, 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 shamble. Zombie 12. Shamble, shamble. Top of the round, Draydon.
Okay. Oh my god, I didn't kill him. Okay, that's it for me.
Cool, sword zombie. Sword zombie. Draylon grass. I'm gonna hit you with a longsword. Because, good fun. Woo!
It's good fun.
Or not. Zombie 4, just gonna get up and then hit someone. Get up. Slam. Yeah, take that, you fiend.
We'll see.
Zombie 9 is shambling at the back. Rolf.
Right. Hey, stupid dog, you're making me look bad. Yes.
Boom.
Okay, so 14 to save, yeah?
So, did we decide, or did you decide, does it go up every time? Because you're doing more damage to it every time.
No. Just rules as written. Which one did you hit? 9? 4.
4,
Yep.
4.
Con save. And he's failed. Well done. Lucian.
And now you will pay.
I did. He's targeted the sword zombie.
Did we lose him?
Alright.
Sorry. Since you made me do push to talk, I've.
I know.
Made you do anything?
It takes a lot to get used to, but I so much appreciate it. You can't even begin to imagine how much I appreciate it.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my turn undead and
Okay.
start rebuking them in the name of my deity and waving my holy symbol about. So basically,
target them all up, and have you got that set up as an effect, or do I need to do rolls? I'll take that as a no.
So is that all of them?
Wisdom save. Is it DC 13?
I don't have it set up.
Yeah. Are you DC 13? Is that right?
Or am I right? Am I right?
You were earlier. Wisdom +3, 8 + 2 + 3, yeah, 13. Okay, so they got to make saves against 13. I'll start with this. I'll just get out of the list. Start with the sword zombie. Wisdom saving throw with their fantastic -2. Here we go. And passed. Zombie number 9. Boom. It's passed. Zombie number 10.
Wow, going through this manually, such bullshit.
Ooh, fail. Or is there a turned condition? Yes, there is. So 10. Summon number 11. Saved. Summon number 12. Failed. Okay, 2 are affected. So that's your action. Did you want to move or are you good?
No, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay, moving on.
I mean, I have now dragged it into my actions, and I have Channel Divinity now as a
Yeah,
power.
you have to create the turn thing, I think. I don't think it does it automatically. I think you have to create it. But I can do that for you after
Well,
the game.
it does say effect turned.
Does it give you the cast for the DC
Yeah,
save?
I mean, there's a cast button and there's a save.
Oh, well then you could have done that. You could have targeted all them and then just hit the
Well,
cast. And
I had targeted them all, and then while I was dragging it, he was already going through them one by one, so it seemed
oh, that's because
quicker.
I think he thought you didn't have the effect.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I only drew. I only pulled it down to the ability to the actions as he was going through it. So
Oh,
when he
okay.
started, I didn't have it. Now I do have it.
Oh, okay, excellent.
So the next time this comes up, I should be able to just push the button.
Cool. So
Right,
Peter,
you're
do they
Yeah.
run on as a reaction or do they go on their turn?
On their turn, they have to try and get as far away as they can from them.
Okay.
They keep doing that for a minute or until they take damage.
Okay.
So, Patches.
Yes, let's take a bite here at the sword zombie.
Run as fast as you can. You can't stop me. Yay!
Nice.
I don't know.
Was the DC 11? Oh, it's saved. No problem. Got a 14. Yeah, he saved. Got a 14.
All right.
All right. Patches is done. Zombie 10, who is turned. Zombie 10.
So glad you made that turning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, only on the 2 of them, but I guess 2 is better than nothing.
Is it 2 per turn you can turn, or per round you can?
I can only use the turn action once until I've made a long rest. I think.
Really?
But it turns every zombie within 30 feet.
Unless they make their saving
Or
throw, which
right.
apparently
But I mean,
all but 2 of them did.
yeah. But Ted's question was, can you target? It was about targeting. At least that's what I heard.
No, I don't think so.
I actually thought that he meant he was only able to target 2 of them to start with.
Draylon.
No, I targeted all of them, but
And 2 failed.
Okay.
Draylon.
but I can only use it once between long rests. Oh,
I am
no.
slashing and
Short or
clashing
long.
him and not doing very well.
Yeah. Okay. Sword Zombie. Have some back. Or not. He really is rubbish. Zombie 9 isn't turned, so he'll shamble forward. Rolf.
That zombie here pestering my dog. Get away from him. Get away from him, I say.
Ooh, nice. Fireball.
Like it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Lojin.
Okay.
Brains.
Well, let's try that Sacred Flame again.
Do damage. Cool. Patches, I guess, unless Lojin is moving.
Nope, I'm staying there.
Rough. Nice. Dog got bite.
Yeah, well, a hit is still a hit, so
A hit's a hit.
And saved.
hit for him.
You got 12. Okay, zombie 10. He's turned. Shamble. Pretty saying it's pretty much as far as he can get. Zombie 11. Oh, he's there. Okay. Slam. In mind, eh? And Shamble. That's what I've put in there. Round 4. Draylon.
Kaka!
Nice.
That's
Critic.
better.
Oh, insta-kill. Like that.
Try and roll an 8. Oh, it is a critical, so that's an insta-kill. I love that.
Me too.
Awesome.
Okay,
You can see
Next
me
attack.
whip that sword.
and try to do some damage to him, and there we go.
Yeah, that was a good 10. Right, zombie 9. Stumble, shuffle.
The thought just came to me that we can, after we clear this place out, we can, like we said, drag the zombies out and put them in a pyre and light them on fire. Or we can just burn this motherfucker down.
Mostly stone, though.
Oh, wow. You just,
Burn, baby,
Sorry.
burn.
you just quelled my plan. It's made out of stone.
Well, we can just flood the thing with petroleum and light it on fire.
There you go. Just light the gas up.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
wait. Who just hit me?
Zombie number 9.
I'm gonna thunderously rebuke him.
Okay.
Oh my god. Or, oh, your god, I should say more specifically.
Yeah. And I have to do the same thing again. Thunderously rebuke him. There we go. And this is a reaction.
Yep.
I can't do it because it's not my turn. Is that right? Because I just clicked. Oh wait, there we go.
Wrath of the Storm. What does that mean?
Basically, a creature who
it
within
means-
5 feet of you hits you, you use your reaction to cause creature to make a dexterity saving throw. If he fails, he takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage, your choice, on a failed roll, or half as much on a successful one. You can use it a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, which is for him 3, I think. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. The zombie failed its save, so you do 2d8 damage.
Okay.
Wrath
Why does
of the
it not
Storm.
show me
The
a
fuck is
damage
that?
thing here? Okay, I guess I'll just roll
Did you open it
2d8.
up with a little magnifying glass? Is there a damage thing there?
No, it just says nope. It just says Damage half on success, but it doesn't say how much damage.
So 1d8. Half of 2d8 actually.
Well,
It
you said
failed.
you failed it.
It failed its save, so 2d8. Just roll 2d8.
Okay. How did you add dice with control or?
Right click the dice.
You left
There we
click
go.
and hold, and then there you go. It's odd that that damage is not in that power. It should be on the sheet.
Okay.
So Zombie 9 has 11 wounds. Boom.
Right. Firebolt. Down.
16 save on 9 or on, yeah. So right now on 11. 11. Con save. Made it.
Damn it.
Okay, Roger.
That's a cool. I've never had any cleric in any game I've played use that storm thunder.
Well, you need to have the Tempest domain to have it.
Oh, so it's a specialized. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool.
Well, I guess probably better to use the Sacred Flame on.
You do it on 11, you kill it.
Yeah, that's.
As long as it doesn't make it save.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking, to make it, or to put it on Zombie 11.
And it's failed save, so it'll be destroyed, won't it?
I would imagine so.
Just roll the damage.
Yep.
Kaboom. Patches?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Make him prone. Make him prone.
So how come when you attacked the one behind the one that's in front of you?
Because it was
Because
gonna die.
Yeah, and
Sure.
it was, I attacked it with the Sacred Flame, so it wasn't.
Anyone within 60 feet.
That makes some good sense. All right, so let's do this. Nice.
That's a great sound effect.
That was me.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Cool. And the zombie saved.
Boo! Boo, zombie.
Zombie 10 is carrying in the corner. Zombie 12 is carrying in the corner. Round 5. Draylon.
Well, I wish he was prone, but I'll still hit him anyway.
Or not.
Or, ooh, a 2 does it.
Ooh.
Just don't get a 1 like I did last time. All right, let's see if he...
damage, so save of 15, which would be tough. And roll 23. Hooray! And he hit him again. And again. Here he comes. Yeah, he's fell.
Okay,
Boom.
I'll be done.
All right, so we could spike the doors now and then just label it.
Yes, and if there's anything to be had, it's probably this sword that this zombie I just killed has.
And since he died outside the door, we should be good.
So let's
just
do that.
Drag the bodies that. I mean, I think it makes sense to drag the ones that we did kill out. So we either have to push them in or out to close the door, but I think it makes more sense to take them out and burn them rather than have them come back as zombies again.
Is that what happens?
Well,
Yeah,
you have to burn them within 24 hours, I think, or else they come back. That's what the village people told us. The village people. So I did that.
The villagers. The villagers told you that any humanoid that dies after 24 hours will raise as undead. That's what they told you. To be clear.
Right. So that doesn't necessarily mean that if it's been slain as undead, it will come back again.
That's
But
correct.
we don't know that.
Do you want to take that risk?
No, that's fine. So I'm spiking the door.
Yeah.
Anyone having a look at the sword?
Yes, I would like to look at the sword.
And I believe Draylon took some damage as well.
Okay, so this is some kind of special sword. Don't know how special, but it's special.
It's a long sword.
Yeah, it's a refined longsword, which means it's somehow special, but it's not identified, so we have to wait till we can identify it.
That is something I could do. Let's see. It's not a ritual though, so it's something I would have to do as a ritual.
Does it take 10 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, let's
Yep.
do it. Let's take 10 to identify this thing.
Okay. I would suggest that I patch up Draylon and myself because I think we were the ones that took damage.
Do that while I'm
Great.
checking out this sword.
And Patches appreciated the treat.
So, because I've got the healer feat, I can use the one use of my healer kit to heal 1d6 plus 4 plus 1 hit point per maximum number of hit dice. So
That's something you can code too. So automatically do that.
okay. Okay, let's see.
See if I can figure out how to do that for you. I can't do it for your character, but I could. Find my coding for it.
I've got it here. So if
How did you get a feat?
Level 1 human, I guess.
I thought, do all humans get a feat?
Well, it depends if you take the optional human thing.
I have a feat.
Oh no, yeah. Is that
Are you
right?
talking about
Yeah.
human variant or human?
Human variant, isn't it? Isn't they?
No,
don't
but
they get
but Lorgion is just a straight human. So how do you get a feat when you're just a straight human? Should I have one as well?
I'm a human variant.
Right, there's 2 humans and a human variant. The human variant is the one that gets the feat, is that not correct?
Yeah.
So how does Lorgion have healer feat?
I don't know.
Because I want one. See, when these people...
want to answer the
I
question.
haven't been using mine, so I just glad you reminded me because now I've looked it up again.
What's your feat?
I'm lucky.
Oh yeah, lucky.
That means that I can re-roll an attack or a saving throw or.
So I am by all means very pleased that Lorgion has the healer feat as he is giving me healing, but that's not right.
Well, I'm guessing that Lorgian's used the human race instead of the human variant race, and that's why it's not showing. But that's my guess. I don't know.
How can you tell?
In the party sheet, it shows your race.
Ah.
And Lorgion is human, not human variant. And human variants do get a feat, but humans do not, because humans get +1 to all their stats.
Whereas a human variant only gets +1 to a couple stats.
Right. That's the trade-off.
Player is silent.
I didn't get the +1s on, and I did get the feat. So I guess I didn't change the race to human variant because I didn't know about it.
Oh, so you
that's what
are
I
a
thought.
human variant, is what it is. That would make sense. So when you built your character, you only did a +1 on 2 different stats.
Yeah.
Then
I did
then you're a human variant.
plus,
Which there's
or it automatically added the pluses and then I took them away again.
right, because so you just drugged the wrong thing in. You just drug in human instead of human variant. But those are the only differences. So all you have to do is type variant after human, and your character will be correct because you have been a human variant this whole time.
Yeah.
Boo! I'm the one without the feet. Damn it.
And can you add the extra, because it doesn't automatically apparently do that, the extra, because you get additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice, and it only adds the 1d6 plus 4, but it doesn't add the extra for each hit dice. So can you add those on?
If you open the magnifying glass for that damage heal thing, you can click on the additional box and make it LVL for level, and it'll add that.
Okay.
So Draylon should be at 0 wounds, is what we're saying, isn't it?
So I've clicked on the magnifying glass, and it says heal, and it says dice plus stat, which has a dash, plus bonus, which has 4 in it.
Yeah, I think the stat you can change to, if you click it, it'll cycle through them, and if you get the one that says
base,
LVL,
strength, dex, con, int, with prof level. So, but does that make it my level or
it is
their
your level? It's your level.
It's your level, which I guess, and since you're level 2 and we're level 3, it would be.
But that's not what it should be. It says plus additional hit points equal to the creature's
Right,
maximum number of hit dice.
right, and normally the entire party's the same level, so you don't have to worry about it. So in this case, it'll still be off by 1, but there's no better way to automate that. Fantasy Grounds can't do more than that. Because it can't interpret other people's level, but it can interpret your level.
Okay. So did you add the extra hit points to Draylon and myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And thank you for the heal, by the way.
Pardon?
I said, and thank you for the heal, by the way.
You're most welcome.
Okay. What else were you doing? I've forgotten.
Identifying
casting a ritual and identifying this sword.
Oh, cool. So while I sort that out, could you just roll d6 for me? Thank you. That's cool. So you seeing the identified item now?
Yes, +1 longsword. Now, who uses a longsword?
Just you.
Well, right? I can, yes. The thing about it is I can use it, but then that takes away an attack. So basically, by adding +1 to my attack, I take away an attack. So it's not really worth it for me.
Something else. It does something else too. It makes the damage magic.
That's true. So carrying it is going to be a great thing in case I need to pull it out, but I normally probably won't use it.
You don't want to just go whipping it out all the time.
You don't want to. You want to save yourself because then you get a reputation. So yeah, I guess I'll take that since nobody else can really use it. Wait, can't Lord Gian use a longsword? No, I guess not.
I could.
Would you like to?
I think I can. Let me just check, but
because if you can use it, I'm more than happy that you should take it.
I'm trying to. No, I don't think I can because I don't have the. I think you need the whatever war domain to.
Yeah, he can use simple weapons. He can't use the martial weapons.
Okay. So I guess I'll take it then, since that's really the only.
Yep. Yeah, I can only use simple, so no, it doesn't help.
Okay.
So I have it, and I'll use it if I need it.
You can whip it out whenever.
Right? If I need to whip it out, I will certainly whip it out. Otherwise, I'll strap that baby to my back.
Okay, so we're back in the weird shaped room. You've closed the door. You got the sword, done some healing.
Re-spiked the door as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, just not that I want to go in there at this point, but there was another door there that would extend it well outside the walls of the building above. So that is something to bear in mind.
Are you
Might
think
be a
that
connection to it.
Are you thinking that's a door?
I thought so.
I don't think so. I think it's
Yeah,
just
there's a door there.
that is a door right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
You need me to give you the description of the room again, do you?
Just scrolling up, but I thought it said that there was a door there.
Other than the
There is a door there.
oh,
Clearly a door there.
to me it's not clearly at all. It looks the same as the wall to me. I mean, that's just my view of
This
it.
room has a door to the west which stands beyond a 10-foot corridor.
Right.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually say that there's a door.
It looks like it.
There's a door there. For God's sake. Do you want to open it or not?
So the arrow is pointing to a door.
No.
No, this arrow was pointing to the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
the door with the room with the room
okay.
with the
So
zombies
what
does
I
not
heard
have
is
another door.
okay. So what I heard you say was not that we want to go back in there, but there's clear. And
Yes.
so to me, back in there meant back in the room we were just in.
Yes.
And so you can see how when he revealed the map, he revealed the wall, but a certain part of it where the arrow's pointing is a little bit thicker than what he had done before. So I'm looking at that.
That is what I was referring to. I did think there was a door there.
Okay.
But having
Kill me now.
gone back to the
Kill me now.
description, it doesn't have a door.
Right. And so but then I see an arrow pointing over here to where we are now, and Ted says, "No, we're talking about this." And I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" Okay.
Are we done now?
Yes.
I just need to state that I'm never done, but we can be done. I would like to open this door.
Okay. You pull the door open. Hooray!
What kind of wieldly situation have I unleashed now? Oh, good.
That's best
What
friend.
fresh hell is this?
That's what I was trying to say, but I couldn't come up with it.
But I don't mind showing you that. Okay.
I would like to move here, but look north.
Okay.
Patches
Uh-huh.
sniffs up ahead.
Ooh, the sniffing dog. I like it.
Okay. Because will be drawn by scent. He'll be drawn to that door there.
I'm having a listen at that door.
Okay. Perception roll. We'll see how good your listen is.
Aliens have kidnapped Garth?
Okay. You can hear very faint sounds. It's kind of like a clattering sound. Sounds kind of a bit like periodically.
Like what? Like Gerdige?
Like periodically.
Someone is rolling dice in that room.
Can't you mute it?
I am laughing, by the way.
Okay, what do you want to do?
So does it sound? You said it sounds like, and then I didn't hear any further description.
Sounds like that.
Oh, it sounded like that. Okay. Does that sound like bones rattling around to anyone else?
No, it sounds like dice being rolled, and I can't in my mind equate it to anything else, so that's what I'm going with.
And that's fine.
They used to make dice out of bones, right?
Yep.
Yep. Let's make them out of stone as well.
So what is everybody thinking? Which door?
There's scent and sound in this door, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
So shall we leave that one for now and try the one to the south first? And
I'm ready to open this door.
okay.
That's all right. I
Maybe
mean,
worse than the zombies. Okay, can't is strong.
it shouldn't be.
Okay. The one detail I haven't mentioned, okay, is that the door in the east, this door that you're looking at on the far west wall, yeah, it has a visible iron sliding hatch in about kind of, I don't know, chest height.
Sliding
It's a
so that we
casino.
can open it, or
No, it slides from the other side, you guess.
Mm.
No.
So
You
it's
knock
like
on the door.
it's like a
rap,
peephole.
and it slides open. It says
Yep.
password, and if you don't have the password, you don't get in. Password is firebolt.
So it looks like that rather than like a food hatch in a cell door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my guess was that whatever's in there is a little shorter than us. Is why
Well,
it's chest height.
A that. But B, I would, with this setup, I would assume that this door is probably bolted or locked or something. So it might make more sense to look in the south door first rather
Sure.
than.
That's fine, and maybe we can sneak up on them instead of coming up on their guard.
So, is this door? I'll have another listen to that one then.
Okay, perception roll. It seems silent.
Okay. Shall we open it?
Sure.
Who's doing
Okay.
that?
Which side is the handle on? Which side does it open? Which way does it open?
Lorgian's got the handle, so it'll open away from you. It appears stuck, so it's going to be a strength check if you want to do that.
Okay. Maybe Rolf, do you have a decent strength? Because I think we've got the two people that have fairly low strength stood next to it at the moment.
No, I have a 19
Okay.
and a crowbar. So if
Okay,
you will
so-
roll to assist me, as you did before, I might get a +2.
Okay, I shall try that.
Yep, get your plus.
All right, then I'll try to jimmy that door open.
Okay, so the door pops and you kind of go through it, and you just make a dex saving throw as a blade comes slashing across the doorway.
Awesome.
Okay, that'll be a fail then.
Me too, or?
Yes, please. So, Draylon. That didn't work. Alright. So, Draylon takes 11 points of slashing damage.
That is unfortunate.
It is.
And Lorgian makes save, it's half damage, so. Takes 3 points of damage. And I need to know, are you going to go through the door and to the other side, or are you going to stay where you are, trying to kind of, as you got slashed, kind of drag yourself back? What do you want to do?
Well, I'm assuming that the reason we got slashed is because we're actually here. Is that true?
Stepping through the trap, right? That's what did it.
Yep, in the doorway. So you're going through, yeah?
So, well, I'm assuming I'm already through. In other words, okay. So I would like to see, before I make my snap decision, what I see where I am now.
Yeah.
So you see pain. That's what
So you
see.
go through.
Why
You
not
see
just
pain.
off the map?
Right here.
I was gonna say because you went into the mask, but so did Draylon, and he's not masked.
Yeah, normally when the players go into the mask, you should still show up. I don't know why he disappeared. Weird. Oh, there he is. Okay, so having just been slashed, I would then come further in.
And you.
Okay, that's fine. And the
Trap, so
door
I can go through
closes. And the door closes.
I'll knock gently on the door.
Okay, so is the trap mechanism in any way visible in here where we are now?
Nope.
At
Did
what
it try to
level
get both of you?
at what level did it strike us?
It came across the doorway and slashed into you.
At what height?
From basically head level across. Think sliding blade. Shink, sideways.
Okay, at head level. So
At full length, like sliding blade, moving it's a vertical blade moving horizontally across the doorway and back.
So only the penitent man shall pass?
Kind of.
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
kneel and go-
I'm not able to
It's
comprehend in my mind's eye the visual description of what you said.
Okay, imagine a large blade which is vertical. Okay, nice sharp edge. It's about like 5.5 feet, 6 feet tall. Yeah. As you open the door, it comes through in where the door was. It comes out and moves across and hits your body. Yeah, and then flies back again.
So how did I take 11 points of damage rather than just being chopped in half?
Because it's a game.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, oh my god, that's horrible.
If I was playing Mithras, yeah, it'd be like chop your head off or something.
So,
you'd be dead. But we're playing D&D. You have hit points.
I will open the door and kneel and go through and bring the dog through with me, who is already lower than where the blade is.
Well, apparently it cuts across the entire height and the entire width.
He said it's 5.5 feet tall. So there's no way to avoid it other than to stop it altogether.
And the door is stuck, by the way.
Oh, I thought you said that it was head height.
No, that's what the confusion was. But he clarified that it's a 5.5 foot tall blade that basically juts out of the side of one side of the door, and as I see it, makes itself take
like
up the inside sideways guillotine in the entire space of the door that you cannot avoid. So then you have to, instead of trying to skip around it somehow, we have to disable it. Is how I see it.
Is the door open toward me or inside to go in?
It goes inwards.
Right, so if you guys pry the door open on your side and hold the door open, I can spike it from this side.
Spike the door or spike the blade?
Depends on what happens. Like if you're holding the door open and the blade goes across and retreats, we'll be spiking the door, which you would have to do. If
Okay.
holding the door open causes the blade not to retreat, then we would spike the blade so the blade does not retreat.
Okay. So
Well, we can try that.
yeah.
Yes. So can you open the door?
Okay. I open the door, trying to stay as far away from where I know the blade to be moving as I can.
Well, since you're on that side, you don't have to go in the doorway to open it.
Yeah. But if you were paranoid about beds, I'm paranoid about this door.
I'll open it then. That's fine. If you want to step back, I'll do it. So the door handle's on this side or this side?
Yeah, that side, that's fine. While you're at it, Lord, you just do a perception check, please. And same for Draylon, actually.
Perception? Okay.
Yep, just drop them in for me. Okay, Lord, you're noticing something on the stairs. So, where are we? So there's a painted kind of glyph type thing on the stairs as well. I'll just drop that on there.
Oh, there's another glyph on the stairs now.
But that one, you just stand on it and it opens the door and keeps the blade at bay.
Yeah. You want to try that?
No. First thing I'm going to do is open the door and step back as I open it, holding the door.
Okay.
And then if it's easy enough to do, I'll then try to spike it into place. Whoops, I didn't mean to move directly on top of him. Spike it into place over there against the wall.
Cool. What I'd like you to do, I'd like you to make a strength check, okay? Because you're going to try and hold the door. It's kind of mechanism there that tries to pull the door closed. So I want to just make sure you can do that. Actually, make a strength save. It's the easiest thing to do. Just make a strength save. Boom. Okay, fine. Yeah, you managed to hold the door, and that means you can kind of spike it. Which is cool.
Okay.
And once he pulls it back, I'm quite happy to help hold the door. I was just nervous about operating the door.
So when the door gets opened and held and pinned against the wall, does the blade do anything?
Like the blade is kind of pulled across and then essentially held in place.
Is there enough room for the characters to go through that, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
It's not got a cage, but I could have put a cage behind it. That'd be kind of clever. That's an idea for a future adventure. Imagine the blade actually had behind it a mesh, so when you pin it in place, it effectively blocks the door. That'd be kind of interesting. But it doesn't. So.
All right, so we now have a hazard in front of us. Does this look similar to the one in the other room?
Yeah.
Were you able to spike the door so I can safely come through? And
Yeah. You're able to come in, no problem.
Yeah, sorry if that wasn't clear.
No, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to lose another dog to a trap. So is it a?
I am going to.
Such?
Yeah, it's a glyph. I'm going to take out my 1,000 ball bearings.
Right.
And
You could use your bag of peas.
do I still have a bag? I do have a bag of dried peas.
Right. Yeah.
I do have a bag of dried peas. I'm going to use those instead. I'm going to roll.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Oh, yeah, I'll let you do that first.
Yeah. What are you trying to do with the Arcana check?
Identify what that thing is.
It looks almost identical to the one in the other room. You thought it was dangerous before. You still think it's dangerous.
Yes, because it says hazard on it.
Okay, so
I think it's
I'm going to take a few peas out of my bag, and I'm going to toss them directly into the center of that thing and see if I get a reaction.
Okay. They kind of roll over it and down the stairs.
Might have to be a living thing.
Okay. Can I see if I was crazy and wanted to just run through the hazard and take what I take? Can I see beyond the hazard far enough to tell what's going to happen if I am able to get past it?
It looks like stairs going down for a fair way.
Okay, so this is a hazard on the stairs that go a long time.
Yep.
Okay.
Of course, maybe this glyph turns the stairs into a ramp.
That just gets us to where we're going faster.
Mm-hmm.
Into the hot lava pit, yeah. Exactly. I have reactions that I can do to save myself from sliding down a thing that's longer than I can see in advance. So, does anybody have any other ideas besides just running past this thing?
Well, I mean,
All
we
going
could
up, right?
potentially, of course, have a look at the rest of this basement before we head further down.
Okay.
I mean, even leaving aside the door with the sliding hatch in it, there is the door in the north that we haven't looked at yet.
Yeah. Okay. We can, because we have the door, pinned open, so we can just leave it.
Yep. I think that probably makes more sense than, gambling on running over a glyph.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to the north door, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk past, you can just walk back out into the corridor. You just take a perception check each, please. And is Rolf going with you?
I am. I was digging out a perception check. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, Lordion's good with those. And Draenor's not bad. So as you both...
thought we could have kept going, by the way.
What's that?
So as you walk past...
I didn't hear you, Ted.
Go ahead, Ted.
Oh, I was going to say, I totally thought we could have kept going down the stairs. I mean, it's... So the bad guy paints something on his floor, and we're like, oh, we're not past that.
Well, didn't you determine in the last one to our upper right that was like a fire trap or something? Like you did an Arcana check. I seem to remember that being bad somehow.
They were both bad. This one had some fire symbols on it, and this is almost identical, so I'm assuming it's fire. Yep. That doesn't mean it's like a delayed blast fireball or anything like that.
Okay, well, so I was thinking about running past it, but we decided to come up here instead.
No, I got it. I'm just saying.
So on the way past the door...
My suspicion is that Bargle is down, not on this level.
I agree.
So walking back past the door to the west, you notice the iron bolt close. The iron hatch thing.
Oh,
we notice that it is closed, or we notice it closing.
You notice it closing.
So somebody knows we're here.
The bouncer in the gambling hall knows we're here.
Yeah. Knowing that information, I would... Well, did I see that, or I didn't see that?
Yeah, basically you and Lorgian and Draylon saw that.
That changes my attitude. Having it be known that somebody is now aware of our presence, I do not want to be here, at least not going through the north door. I would want to confront that threat or go down.
If that door is still spiked, let's go down. And once we get through, let's unspike it. So if they have to go through, they have to deal with the hazard.
Well, I assume that they know where the switch is to turn off the trap.
I don't necessarily assume that whatever's in here is cooperating with each other.
So if we're not going to fight these guys to the left, then I'm going to, in fact, run all the way past this hazard. And take what I get.
Went past it.
Okay, so right, so Draylon gets about there. There. Good stuff. And you guys are following behind, I presume. So there.
Yeah,
Well,
get everybody in a nice tight fireball.
Where I was standing, because I was gonna see.
Well, you were right. Well, you were right next to him at the top, so it's kind of hard because you know something's about to happen, so you're going to try and put your characters out of danger, aren't you?
Sure, but
be reasonable.
Well, but I did say that I was going to just like haul ass by myself. I'm just going to go because I'm willing to be the guinea pig, so I kind of just bolted from those guys.
Okay, well, you guys are there. You're all apart from the dog, you're all affected anyway. So basically, there's a massive fire explosion. Everyone needs to make a dex saving throw, please.
I'd like to use my Oh, I don't have. Okay. Ah, crap! I didn't do it in the tower. Sorry.
That's okay. So Draylon passes. You get half damage. The other two do not pass.
Then I will use my luck to re-roll that.
Okay. And you still fail.
Then I will use another point.
Okay.
You got 3.
And you fail.
Oh my god.
Last one.
Come on, luck.
I don't want this.
And you fail.
Oh my god.
Really?
You got 13, 11, and 6. You got 6, 13, 11, 6. Awesome.
Oh, so I didn't make it then. You said I passed and I got a 7.
You made it. Oh, sorry, you got a. Oh, sorry, I read the 17. So no, you all hit. Excellent. That's nice and straightforward. 16, 24, 29 points of damage.
So, what kind of characters do you guys want to roll up now?
I'm going to play that thief character I have sitting in the wings. That puts me at a -9.
The only one left alive is the dog to go run for help.
Cool. Well, apart from obviously, you have to start making death saves and blah blah. So,
yeah,
tried to warn you.
Well,
yourself a glyph of warning. So boom. So 3 characters down.
Are all 3 of us down?
Yep.
Yep. The dog is probably only spooked, I would have thought, but so you go unconscious. Yeah. So
you want a death save?
Yeah, but I mean, who's gonna save us?
Yes.
Well, the idea is that we're all dead, except that if somebody saves, then they can stabilize, and when they wake up, if everybody stabilizes, that's the only way we survive. So do you want us all to just do 3 death saves, or
I just want you to make 1 death save, please. Okay, so Lorgian is on 1 hit point and comes around,
which means that he can do his healing magic.
Right.
As a healer.
On one of us.
No.
Well, Well,
Well,
on
first
each
on
of
one
us,
of
on all three of us.
Oh, he's got that thing. I forgot about that.
So, Lord Jim, what do you want to do? So you're doing healing on Rolf, okay? Right, one action at a time. So now Draylon has to make a death save.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't he doing that mass thing where we all get 1d6 plus our level plus 4?
No, he's
it's
using
not a
his healing
math
feat.
thing. It's a,
I have no
Oh,
idea
it's
what he's
one
doing.
at a time?
He's doing his healing feat.
Oh,
it's one at a time.
Oh, it's one. So I would have been a better choice to go first since I have a failure
Right,
and
exactly. But
But you weren't. So make a save, Draylon, and then he can have a go at you, and that brings you down. So okay, so
one, you're fine.
yeah, now Draylon is then receiving healing. So reading this through, Rolf gets, is that 9 points of healing back to Rolf?
Yeah, unless he's 3rd level, in which case
Yeah, I'm okay.
It's 10.
He gets 1 more.
Then Draylon's receiving 11, 12. Okay, so
Yep.
that brings him down to 5. Good.
So I should be at 10.
Why?
Because there is no negative hit points in 5th edition.
Oh, of course. Cool. That's that. So you come around. Good stuff.
Don't forget to heal yourself.
And so the sound of that, is, by the way, is echoing out through the place.
All right, well, I hop up and keep going. Unaffected by the fact that I was nearly dead.
Okay, so you want to go down, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull the new map up. Oop.
We could. I could do a rope trick. I could do a short rest in a piece of non-dimensional space.
Can you do that for long rest?
I can't. I can only do it for an hour.
All right, let's see what we find when we get down here, because short rest doesn't help me.
I mean,
Okay.
I can give each one of us another. Wait, can I? I think I can. Another one of these. Oh no, actually.
But I have 3 hit dice I could use.
We can only. I can only do that once between rests. So we're gonna have to deduct the healing I received from it. And was it Draylon I healed last time?
No. That's not true. It's once per person.
No.
Because that person has to rest, not you have to rest.
Yes, but Draylon, I used the healer feat on Draylon and myself
Before?
previously.
Oh, I did not know that.
Well, yeah, before when we were hurt by the zombies.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. So
And the creature can't regain hit points from this feat again until it finishes a short or long rest. So neither Draylon nor myself that would have applied to.
Yeah, but I'm overruling that because it's just annoying now we're finding out late. But remember next time.
Sounds good to me.
Oh my God! Look at
Did
this
we just
now.
move? Oh, we moved to the next map.
It's the next map, and then there's a thing there.
Wow. I told you we should take the short rest here.
So yeah, you come down the stairs, keep going down the stairs, and you get to the bottom. There's a kind of platform at the end there, and you can see another one of these glyphy things painted on there.
Oh, okay. So
So we're gonna run through that again.
no. But let's rest up first.
Sure.
Yeah, with the guys upstairs aware that we've triggered the trap because it boomed so nice and loud, probably
Right,
possibly coming down after us.
But this is the way this works, right? So I throw a little rope up in the air. We climb up to the top of the rope.
I love this.
I pull the rope up behind me, and there we are in extra dimensional space for an hour. So if they come down looking for us, they see that we've blown the top thing but haven't blown the bottom thing. They'll assume we went the other way.
Can we see these people while we're in this other
No,
space?
It's not Leo's tiny hut, which would be
Damn
awesome,
it.
which does last 8 hours.
All right, well, regardless of what we do, I'm going to second wind myself right now. Yay, 4 points.
Right. But now if we do the short rest, you can.
I get it back. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm running a short rest. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna. If you guys are cool with that, I'm gonna cast.
Yeah, we're gonna go up the rope to the place.
So I'll go up first, and then I'll pull the dog up, and I'll lower the rope and pull each of you up.
That's kind of cool.
I should be able to stick my head out and look. It doesn't really say that one way or the other. Just gameplay, right?
Mm. Okay.
So
Got some.
What does short rest
What?
replenish?
Actually-
replenish spells.
Only if you're a wizard, and only some of them. But short rest does nothing for a cleric.
Okay.
Well, apart from refreshing his turn.
Right. I mean, you get your certain other things back, but no spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my plan. Tell me what you guys think. I take a stick, and I go, here, boy, here, Patches, here, boy, and then I throw it down by the hazard thing.
No.
That's not a good plan?
Love it.
All right, I guess we won't do that.
It is possible to do that where I could look out from an extra-dimensional space, but not where they couldn't see us. So
Yeah.
the way to do that is I could leave the end of the rope hanging out, which makes it visible, and I could look out that way. But I'm not willing to.
Right. I'm assuming that we're already done and back down here and deciding what we're doing.
But what I would do is before we climb back down out of it, I would pop the rope out, look, make sure nothing was there, and then climb down.
Okay. I don't know how to get past this thing, other than just one of us sacrifice setting it off and the other one's rezzing him.
And it was huge too. Look at a couple.
Well, we would certainly know the. We would certainly, I would think, know the area of effect since we've already experienced it. So everybody could stand back far enough, and then one of us could just go set it off and take his medicine.
So can anyone summon some kind of critter?
I'm a fighter. I can do nothing but swing weapons.
Can someone just roll D6 for me? Sorry, can I just get... Oh, no. Yeah, someone rolled. Thank you. Just, And someone roll another D6, and then a third D6. Oh, goody.
One of those you did not want. It was probably mine.
It was probably my 6 that we didn't want.
Okay, and now while we're just on that subject, someone just roll D4, please. Fine choice.
That's so funny. I tried to roll a D4, and as I was doing it, I clicked open the language drop-down menu.
Yeah.
And my D4 went into the chat window seemingly, but because I opened the menu, it didn't, and my D4 is now sitting all the way on the left side of my screen. which I can reset. But I just thought that was a interesting phenomena.
Yeah.
What's false life? I like it, whatever it is.
It's like the old cleric spell aid. So it gives me temporary hit points. And here's my plan, and I don't know what we're fighting yet, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna run down there and set off that trap and get them in it.
Sounds good.
Hopefully I save. Right?
Yeah, I like it.
I rolled a 3.
Can you cast that on other people or just yourself?
Range is self.
Okay. So, do we hear anything down, past the hall where we can't see?
Well, you come down. I'll say, sorry, I was fiddling with other things. I wasn't particularly listening to you. So you've done your rest, and you come back down the rope, and you're standing in the passageway. Yeah, on the stairs.
And I want to know if we can hear anything, that way or the other way. If we hear people approaching or any kind of thing like that.
You can kind of hear some kind of like clanking and clicking sounds. It's a lot like bone on stone.
Does it appear that it's getting closer?
Well, yeah, kind of.
All right.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's skeletons. So you guys get ready. As soon as they appear, I'm running down there and setting that off.
Okay. And we are going to back ourselves up the stairs in definite outside of the range of whatever the explosion
I believe the range last time was this far. 2, 3. Yeah, I believe this is how far it was last time. So if you
so we should be good
right now, you should be good.
Okay.
Just here, hold on to this collar.
Okay, yeah, I'll hold on.
Chasing me.
I'll hold the dog's collar. Easy, boy. Put my stick away.
And my intention is going to be, I'm going to run down like this and dodge this way or whatever to do my dex check, right? So I'm still hoping to pass the dex check. If I don't, I don't. But that's my goal. But I'm waiting till I see the whites of their skulls.
Right. Well, what you hear is the noise sort of stops. You can hear noise from both directions, by the way, and then it sort of stops.
All right. I'll take one step at a time.
I'll yell,
Okay.
Hey, we're up here. Real loud.
I like it. Here, Boney.
It's gone really quiet.
They're waiting. They're waiting for us to trigger that trap. They're definitely waiting for us outside of its range.
Yep. So I stand here and I look this way.
Yep. Okay.
Depending on what I see there, then I'm going to look that way afterwards.
Just draw me that line again.
All right. So first I looked down this way.
That's fine. Yeah, I just want to see the line. That's good.
Now I'm going to look down this way.
I'm being generous anyway. Okay.
The stairs go down.
Yeah, they go down just a short way, and then kind of another platform. You can see that, and then the passageway the other way is level.
So seeing nothing either direction, I poke my head out and look this way.
Well, let's hope that doesn't set off the sigil.
Looking left or right?
This way first.
Yep. Okay. So you poke your head around the corner, and I just want to say.
I see a door and nothing there. Oh, I do see something there.
There are armored skeleton warriors standing facing your direction. There.
Let's roll initiative.
Yeah, you can do.
Because I'm going to blast them with Firebolt. Because if they're going to stand down there and let me blow them away, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, just pick them away until they no more.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't shoot around corners, so you're going to have to.
Right,
So you're going to stand there and you give me line of sight to 18, I guess. I would say.
All right.
No, it goes through the wall.
Well, crap. And they're not coming this way? What are they, smart?
He can't like stick his head out but beyond and stick his arm around the corner and shoot. You don't allow that.
Well, I think when you're casting a spell, it's a whole semantic, physical thing. It's like fighting, so no, not really. It's like, have to have line of sight. But if you want to take a 5-foot step forward, you're very welcome.
Jesus. I have a lot. I've never been able to. I got to try to remember what you just said because a lot of my players convince me that it makes a lot of sense to stick their head out or to stick their arm around the corner and cast a spell, and I've never been able to talk them out of it.
I kind of think that if you're a wizard, you have to kind of plant your feet down and you have to wave your arms around and do all the chanting, and I just don't think you can do that off balance.
Okay, that makes sense to me. I'm gonna I'm gonna remember that because I need to be able to tell these players something like that.
I think you're
a somatic component that means that I can't do that.
I just think that, I just think that it makes sense. You'd have to be very, you're channeling awesome powers, aren't you?
Right.
So I think that's a big deal. I think that's as much a big deal as a guy swinging a sword or whatever.
Right. So, okay. Makes sense to me.
But that's me. That's just me. But
that makes a lot of sense. Because I tend to not pay so much attention to spell components, semantics, and all that. I mean, I know that's part of the game, but it's kind of like the encumbrance rule. It's just a lot of bookkeeping that I don't like to do. But it makes a lot of sense to say that.
Yeah, I don't tend to worry about their components so much, but I do think that in my head, I see the wizard doing something very dramatic and important.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then I can do this, right? I can step kitty corners onto this square.
So you can't do that across the...
I mean, has line of sight changed? Because, I mean, it used to be that you could pick a corner of the square you're in, and if you pick, like, the bottom right-hand corner of the square you're in, then you have clear line of sight.
Yeah, you can't move diagonally across the corner because that's not allowed. You have to go round. That's...
So you're saying line of sight because of that, the 40, the blue one.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, Lorgan?
So yeah. Where can I find that? Is that in the player's
handbook? Because, I mean,
I guess we're going to have to look it up because you guys want to...
I would much rather shoot them and make them come toward me and then blow them up with the glyph.
Yeah, plus I want to know the answer to this question because Fantasy Grounds does it from the middle to the middle.
Which is how I do it, but, rules is written, I guess. As we're lawyering.
I know most people don't like it, but to me, it's a really fun part of the game, and to make sure to check and see how stuff's done.
I think I can concur with that.
I have to get into my DNGs actually.
Line of sight says, "See casting a spell targeting."
Does it?
Right, yeah, so I'm in the player's handbook index, bouncing all over the place.
You're gonna need to look at DMGs. That's where it's got the bit about using a grid. Because that's what we're talking about.
I don't think I have access to the DMG, so you're gonna have
to... so DMG tactical maps. Okay, so line of sight. Precisely determine where the line of sight between two spaces. Pick a corner of one space and trace an imaginary line from that corner to any part of another space. If at least one such line doesn't pass through or touch an object or effect that blocks vision, such as a stone wall, then there is line of sight. So under that, yep, you'd have line of sight. Unfortunately, he'd also have cover.
Right. So you do a +2 or a -2 or -5. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. I'll shoot him with the -2. I'll take that. I'll take that gladly. All right, so firebolt. Yo.
Nice.
That encourage them to come this way.
Okay. So, all right, you're right at the end of the 18. You've just been shot. So you doing anything else? You moved and you've done that, yeah?
My intention is to stand here and keep shooting him until they decide to do something else.
So scale on 18 is going to react to that. It's going to draw a short bow and fire back.
Oh, damn it. Well, I have cover 2, damn it. I can't believe he's got a bow.
And predictably enough, he'll miss. Playing on 2, Dragon.
Okay.
You
Draylon.
don't have to come down.
No, Draylon will simply
I
stand
will
by.
say 4 skeletons, and I'm actually going to move here. Because from here, I think I have line of sight on all of them.
Draylon will ready an action to fling a dart if any enemies show within his line of sight. And then that's it.
But I also want to look this way and see if there's more on that side.
What am I looking up? Oh yeah, line of sight. 251.
Indeed, there is.
All right, line of sight.
Okay, so Draylon's done. It's skeleton 12. If you can see them all, they can see you then. Hooray.
They can all see me. I have cover against all of them because they all have cover against me, right? That's what you decided.
Shot and missed. So it's going to be 5. Shot and crit.
This is not going to be good.
Damage 0, absorbed apparently.
Still got 1 hit point,
6
one
of my
temp.
temporary hit points.
Yeah.
And 6.
I would. My suggestion would be to now that you've got their attention,
Come back up is my plan.
Yeah, to back up so make them chase you.
A second. Right, you got a line of sight on 7 and 9 as well. I would say so. So 9, there's no obstruction, is there?
Not really.
And in 7 there will be. So 9 is the next. Oh. Yeah,
It's from any point on your square to any point on their square. So by my line, there's no obstruction to the top one.
So 9 is shooting it.
Well, that's to determine line of sight. I mean, I think there can be obstruction and line of sight. You can because
Oh,
that's
right.
basically
Yeah,
one of the.
I was talking only line of sight. Yeah, you're talking about cover. I got you.
Log
I
in what you
see
want
what
to
you're
do.
saying.
Can I ready to run down and revive Rolf if and when he drops?
I'm coming back up in a second.
Yeah, but
If
your plan was to trigger the glyph and wipe them
Yes.
out with it.
However,
and
they
take
know
the
better,
damage.
apparently, and now 10 of my points are gone.
so you doing anything?
He's preparing to save me.
Apart from that,
Okay. Okay, cool. So 7 is shooting. Patches.
Just hold that dog.
Is someone holding him?
Yes.
Who's holding him?
Draylon.
Draylon.
Okay. That's one of his hands then.
We did discuss that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
they
And then,
did, I
so
did.
he's not. So Patches isn't doing anything, and it's Rolf.
Yeah, Ralph runs back up the stairs and is ready to shoot. Those come back again. In fact, I will run back up the stairs and I'll recast this. Good. Wait. Yeah, I do have another one.
What level spell is that anyway?
It is a first level spell.
Hey, nice. Okay, you done?
I am done. I am done. So let's do this. And I'm just going to wait for them to come up. And then I still plan to run down and set this off when they come down. But at this point, I'm going to give them a chance to come out and get us. Before I
so
run down there.
time for skeleton 18, yeah?
Sure.
Cool.
Or 12, or whoever's next.
Okay, so you hear the movement as the skeleton comes clanking up. 10, 20, 30 to there.
Oh no.
Matter.
Well, he can shoot from there.
Yep, I got it. Crap. If I don't make my save now, I'm dead.
Draylon is going to. I'm actually willing to be the one to run down there. Should I do it? I've got more hit points.
You certainly can do it if you want. Or you
But
can wait
I think
for...
we'd want to wait for more of them to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, so in that case, I will come to here and dart that guy. Let's see, I moved 10, 15, 20. So, okay, so let me throw the dart.
Boom.
Yeah, that's right. And then I will
You
move
heard me.
back to there, and that'll be it for me.
So, Skelly 12. Oh, clink, clink. No eyesight. I'll just put him on a map.
Where'd he come from?
The other end.
$10, $20, $30.
Well, see, for me, that's just not a line of sight, but, you know, there you go.
Skeletons have 35 movement. That's crazy.
I have 30 movement.
But he came from the east?
Yeah, he should be there. And number 5. Nice. And 6. Log in.
Well, I'm still waiting to save someone. Do I have line of sight to number 12?
Can I just ask a really simple question?
Yes.
Why isn't Nausian turning undead?
Because I can only do it once per rest.
You
And
just had a rest?
yeah,
Be a long rest or a short rest?
either one is fine. But apart from that, they have to be within 30 feet, and then they just run to until they can't run anymore, and we're still stuck with the glyph. I mean, at the moment, it doesn't make any tactical sense whatsoever for me to turn them.
Plus, we don't want them to go away right now. We want them to come closer so we can zap them with the fireball.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do I have line of sight to number 12?
Doesn't look like it.
Can you
But
draw that in again?
Yeah, you would if you moved in front of Rolf.
Can you draw the line that you just drew? Can you draw that again? Yeah, no. Okay. Okay, so I shall go there and Sacred Flame the guy.
Yeah, make damage. Foomph.
And then I move back.
Done.
Yep.
37.
I got my character sheet on top of the advanced buttons.
Let's find out if skeletons trigger this thing.
Doesn't look like it.
Patches.
Stay here, boy. He's not going.
Okay. Rolf.
I say we give it another turn before we do it.
Another turn? Fine.
I want to get at least 4 of them if we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get 3 now, but
Yep.
I'd
I'm with
say,
you.
yeah.
I mean, the only potential problem, but I don't think they can. You know, if they cover the 4 squares around it, then you can't trigger it. So
That's not
if
gonna be
there's
an
one
issue.
if there's one standing in each one of the
Oh,
squares
right.
around it.
Yeah,
I don't.
except for you can displace them from their square.
Can you?
With the successful overbear attack.
I love the way
Like that.
I love the way players always overcomplicate everything. It's great.
You have to plan for everything.
Four. Come on, Draylon, let go of the dog.
I
Well,
got the dog
I
now.
think Rolf has the dog now. Okay,
You're targeting yourself, by the way.
don't want to do that.
That's fine by me.
All right, another dart.
Okay, good with them.
And I will stay there as to be a target. Protect my friends.
12. Right, so he comes around, draws blade. So he's something Draylon.
Ooh, yeah, didn't think three-dimensionally on that deal. Never anticipated them coming up the stairs with their crossbows.
They got short bows. 14.
Or short bows, yeah.
Down the stairs.
Go to there.
Now we're in trouble.
Boom.
To be fair, we were already in trouble.
You got line of sight? I guess so. Free babe.
We can probably throw patches over the top of them onto the glyph.
I do have a plan if we can kill one of these skeletons. Now's the time. Kill one and go down there.
Yeah. Shooting up, so to speak. Doing. Finally. And Ocean.
Okay, let's do that again.
FL safety damage.
Okay. No, I guess that's me done.
Okay, 7. Yeah, continue shooting. Patches. Gone down, so
What's that?
hasn't Rolf gone down? No.
Yes, Ralph has gone down, so.
So Patches.
Will attack this thing here. Maybe drop him prone.
Go.
Maybe it'll work. Let's.
Number 12?
You want 12? Sure.
Yeah.
I missed. All done. Rolf.
Want a death save?
Yeah. I'm biting my nails, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah. I hate it when boys get in these situations.
Not because you keep worried about us, but because you do that anyways.
No, I'm kind of worried about the party.
Right. I am going to. The luck
Die.
point.
Here's a good point. You recovered those from the break, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, no way.
Well, this is what they're for. So,
Yeah.
God dang it.
Unbelievable.
Yay!
Oh, wow, that was worth it.
I used them all, but they're there. Okay, and he can act, so.
And I can act? Well, then here, I'm going to
Yeah.
hit this guy with the firebolt.
Let's get up and then do what you want. Boom.
Step back.
Oh, no. Okay, round 5. Going on cars.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I
Make
will.
your save, too.
My save?
Yeah. So you're going to go down there.
When
You're
you hit
running.
the sigil.
Oh,
You're gonna,
right.
You're going to hit the sigil
Yeah.
and then duck and cover, right?
Totally. Yeah, I'm going to take my op shot and go here.
Are you gonna get an attack of opportunity from Skeleton 14?
Yes.
Well, crap.
But, no, but unless he kills me, he doesn't stop me.
No, you're
He
pretty
missed.
He
good
missed.
here.
So I will, in fact, go there.
Dex save. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so and Patches needs to make a save as well.
No.
What?
Is it 40?
These are 5-foot squares.
Right, but how many? We thought it only extended. Last time you did it, it only extended
It's still
as far
20
as
feet.
that, unless this is a different range.
Yeah, it's 20.
Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't
even if
we
you
didn't
save.
think it was last time because we probably should have.
No,
Those
it's
that
fine.
didn't take it should have
I'll make the
taken it.
save.
All right, I'm gonna do mine.
You make some skelly saves. So. Okay, so Draylon's failed. Patches has made it.
I don't think that's going to matter.
So Skelly fail. Okay.
Braylon, did you make it?
5 fail.
No, I failed.
Well, hopefully this went nuclear, took them out, and the cleric can come down and save you.
9's made it. Just 7 to do. Oh. He's failed. Okay, so 9's made it, the others have all failed. I'll just do the damage. So we got 28 points of damage if you failed save, and half that if you made it. So it's 14.
And Patches only has 7 total. Oh, I don't know why he doesn't have 9. Ben, I must have rolled for hit points. Not fully grown yet either. And we'll never get there.
Poor Patches. So I'm
Maybe I
definitely on the
Maybe I
ground.
can try to save him.
And Draylon's taking 28.
Well, that's enough to kill you if you hadn't
Okay.
completely undamaged to start with.
Okay, so I'll read the skeletons. And so it was Draylon, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
end of turn, and you're down. Skeleton 9, I guess. And the dog's down, isn't it?
Yep.
Let's see. It's up to that. And attack. Do me a favour, Ted, just roll me a d6. 1 to 3, it's you. 4 to 6, it's Lorgian. Okay, it's Rolf.
Lorgian's going to need to save us anyway.
He missed. He missed. Lorgian.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Crikey, that was kind of...
Okay. See if you hit me with the attack of opportunity.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, I doubt it's going to take me down, so I'm just moving myself further down. If he does score a critical and take me down, then
None of this matters anyway.
yep.
Some damage. Okay. Then Lorgian's there, yep. And... And... 4, so it's 7. Yeah.
Yep.
Takes me to 17 wounds. Cool.
Awesome.
And it's Patches. Death save.
Okay.
Fail 1, he dies.
Stop that. We're already down.
Is there somebody yelling in the background? I hope that dog dies.
No, what he yelled is "You all die." That's what he.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do with a con save, right?
Death save, straight d20, 10 or better.
Just a d20. All right.
It's a straight d20, you passed. So
Crap! There's a skeleton right in front of me. What the hell?
Yeah.
yeah, Rolf.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to fight the skeleton. I was gonna use this turn to save my dog.
He's got a bone to pick with.
Oh
Right.
my god.
Uh,
Jesus.
He thinks he's funny.
It kind of is. In a
Right,
tragic kind of way.
The worse it is, the funnier it is because it's so horrible.
It's just ace. You're hitting it then.
You could move and save your dog and not take an op tack if you think that's more important.
I could do this. I could I should probably whack it with the quarterstaff.
Well,
But then you can't do anything for your dog.
Your flame strike thing.
Do what now?
Can't you hit it with your?
Firebolt?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, add -2 hit because you're in 5 feet of the ranged attack.
Which is a weird thing, but
It's not -2, it's disadvantage, which is way worse.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, disadvantage.
so I'm going to
Hit it with a quarterstaff
this-
and do
this
more
is just-
damage.
this is just for flavor, okay? I'm gonna stick my quarterstaff between his legs and twist and attempt to knock it down the stairs.
I missed.
And step in this direction.
Whew! It's heating up around here. Draylon.
I stand up.
Yep.
I move to there.
Yep.
As an action surge, can I use movement for my action surge?
I don't think so. It's an action, not
You can move and attack. You basically get a whole other turn.
No, you get another action. On your turn you can take an additional action on top of your regular action.
Yes, you can take an action to dash, can't you?
Right. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my action surge to get there. Is basically what I'm doing.
Okay.
And then I want to do my attacks. I don't know why. Oh, I probably attacked someone else.
No, you seem to have hit him twice. The scimitar.
Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. Well, now I just did another attack instead of... Here, let me do the damage. And we'll count that attack as a miss. But he's dead anyway. Alright, that's it.
Well, almost. Lorgian? Remember, Patches is on death save.
I meant that's it for my turn.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Sorry,
over
Lorgian.
there.
That little healing ability thing for the dog.
Well, let me do something else first.
You'd just be able to use your healing feat.
Yeah. Okay.
Just spare the
it doesn't-
dying on
doesn't let me
Patches.
but I have spare the dying, so I'm gonna
that works.
touch it, and that stabilizes it.
It brings it to 1, or
No,
No,
dog's just
just-
stable.
okay, it brings it to
Stabilizes it.
0, so it should be at 7 wounds instead of 14.
Because that's a cantrip, and then he's stable, and then we can start looking at using my healer kit and do some healing.
Cool. Well, that effectively ends the combat, so
Right.
that's good. He's stable. That's done. Good. So I guess you want to do post-combat-y bits.
Post-combat-y bits to me would be... if we think we're somehow safe, a long rest would be good for everyone.
Can you add the +1 to that heal on Rolf? And to that one on Draylon.
Anyway, so how many did Rolf get?
Rolf and Draylon each just get 1 better.
What? No, I used the healer kit, and Rolf got... I rolled 12, but you get 1 extra, so you should have 13.
So as I said, Rolf and Draylon get 1 better.
1 better than what I rolled, yes.
Right.
So what you should be able to do is put that as a modifier. You should be able to put the creature's thing as a modifier and not have it set that way. And I don't know if it really matters, or...
Sometimes it can. He just healed us all up.
Okay, you can... If you want to withdraw from this area, you can try and find yourself a rest spot, but...
Can you do the same thing to Patches as well?
I'm doing that now.
Yeah, I think we should withdraw and rest because
Yes.
it's bad.
Oh yeah, I would definitely like a long rest.
Yep, I think a long rest.
And that way we can start... I think we're over time anyway, so we can start fresh with a long rest next time.
So where do you want to withdraw to? Back to the room, the funny shaped room?
I can't remember.
There's 3 sets of doors, you could spike them all.
Oh,
you
yeah.
could go all the way back to the tapestry ripped up room. There's 2 doors you could...
We could spike up the 3 doors in the 1 room.
Yep. Well, 1 door's already spiked, isn't it? That's where the zombies were. So back to the funny shaped room.
Yeah.
How long
clear all of our wounds?
How long is a long rest?
You didn't.
8 hours.
8 hours, yeah.
So let's hope that doesn't take us past when the bodies wake back up.
You'll be okay for a while. Alright, so I've moved you back there. Okay.
Okay.
And then we're going to do the long rest. So that's fine. You're spiking up the room.
Yep.
Boom.
Right, so you're probably approaching the sort of 12-hour mark.
Okay.
Something like that. So.
Does Fantasy Grounds doesn't take off temporary hit points when you long rest? I see. That's kind of... should do that.